Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap. In front of all of you, I am presenting the Economics Time newspaper headlines. So, first of all, Musk launches artificial intelligence company XAI. Next, Della Perotti has my support and board's backing. Rishad Premji. Next, Czech born novelist Milan Kundera dies at 94. Next, June inflation at 3-month high. May industrial output rises. Next, uneven rains rises rice prices by up to 20%. Next, PV sales set one H1 record of over 2M. Next, inflation bites IIP growth robust. Next, Tesla looking to drive its supply chain to India. Next, border projects would not have blanket exemption. Green mean to House panel. Next, PM visit India France to deepen strategy ties. Next, Ajit Pawar Patel meeting BJP brass on Maharashtra portfolios. Next, lined up partners for chip venture, says Vedanta chairman Agrawal. Next, SpiceJet promoter to infuse rupees 500 crore into airline for credit scheme soap. Next, Delhi High Court allows Go First to carry out aircraft maintenance. Next, Reliance Retail Ventures Jindal India Summit evolves for future enterprises. Next, TCS Q1 profit rises 17% year on year, but outlook soft. Next, OECD progress made on global tax system. Next, SCL Tech quarter one profit jumps 8% to rupees 3,534 crore. Next, bus over default in Surat diamond market. Next, SEBI promoters must report family deal. Next, Desi brands cry fool has Scotch gets high on lower tax. Next, Fame 3 may focus on S2 vehicle. Next, Korean icon BTS tops the chart with a book. On page number 2, pure politics section in that border projects would not have blanket exemption, Green Mint told Paril panel. Next, Indian soldier at camps Elysees Avenue during a rehearsal for Bastille Day parade. Next, authorities focus on rescuing stranded tourists, resorting vehicular traffic. Next, India France to deepen strategic ties. Next, PM to meet entire political leadership of France. Next, PM to visit UAE on back way from France trip. Next, President Ibu Shohi confident of winning September polls. Maldives foreign minister. Next, peaceful coexistence in India unique ISA. Next, Delhi court grants time to CBI till August 8 to obtain sanction against RJD chief. On page number 4, pure politics section in that Ajit Praful Patel in Delhi for talks on portfolios. Next, 31 Manipur MLA urge Shah to move Assam rifle out of state. Next, Manipur internal issue India to EU. Next, Amit Shah asks NABARD to fix financing targets for farm sector for next 25 years. Next, bringing GSTN under PMLA will lead to tax terrorism. Congress. Next, expert panel on arbitration act to recommend reforms on appointment of arbitrators. Next, India UK FTA thread. Next, food prices, monsoon key factors. Next, 5 killed in post-poll violence in Bengal. Result after its order High Court. On page number 5, companies section in that fractional reality ownership platform HVITS receives node to rise rupees 500 crore via AIF. Next, promoter Ajay Singh to infuse rupees 500 crore equity into SpiceJet. Next, Vedanta has lined up partners for chip venture chairman. Next, Vedanta Resources bonds decline amid fears of unfavorable S&P rating action. Next, Go First can do leased aircrafts maintenance. Next, NCLT allows Go Air plea to admit its venture under insolvency process. On page number 5, city steps up hiring in India to power global capability centers. On page number 6, brand and companies section in that energy drink Sting is now the fastest growing beverage for PepsiCo India. Next, consulting firm sees surge in MNCs eyeing India entry. Next, Kudaria Capital plans rupees 1.3 thousand crore investment in Maxivision Eye Hospital. Next, Karodpati Club in United Spirits, ITC and HUL rises by over a quarter in FY23. Next, SII um, meningitis wax gets WHO pre-qualification. Next, ATL picks up 20.6% more stake in tech startup Levely. Next, passenger vehicle sales set H1 record of over 2 million. Next, GM gets conditional note to close its plant near Pune. Next, government plans $1 billion fund to support commercial use of EVs. On page number 7, economic market in that slowdown transcend TCS and SCL Tech to bounce back on long term demand. Next, Reliance Retail Ventures Jindal among cost to submit EOI for future enterprises. Next, reward points, freebies, and Gen Next, take credit card uses to new high. Next, promoters to sell up to 9% in Patanjali Foods via OFS. Next, market jitters in an event heavy week lead to spike in bond shorts. On page number 8 is smart investing section in that casino gaming stock crash after 28% GST levy. Next, buzz of default by old Surat lab diamond maker grip market. Next, administrator files Hinduja's resolution plan for Reliance Cap at NCLT. Next, Atto Pharma NBFC top pick in June. Next, promoters must disclose family packs to SC SEBI. On page number 10, companies section in that court summons Kochar other accused on August 2. Next, telecom products worth $2 billion produced under PLI Vaishnav. Next, PNB moves court seeking restoration of seized assets. Next, inability to rise prices to limit cement's cost gain in June quarter. On page number 11, economy section in that India proposes ease of biz norms at G20. Next, India UK trade minister discuss thorny FTA issue. Next, gold rises 195, silver up 200. Next, Mines Act update to WOW private cause. Next, green and blue Niti to draw up plan to bond with investors. On page number 12, in around the world section, in that US consumer inflation in June cools to lowest since early 2021. Next, mortgage rates jump above 7% to highest level since November. Next, dollar falls after inflation slows. Next, erratic rain pushes rice prices up 20%. Next, IMD warns of flash flood risk. Next, central agencies to procure tomatoes from three states sell at discounted rate. Next, Maharashtra to make hybrid seeds trial compulsory. Next, BOE says UK lenders can withstand major shock. Next, 4M households face jump in mortgage cost. Next, Musk launches XAI seek to build ChatGPT alternative. Next, progress on framework for global tax system says OECD. Next, three tax prep cost shared extraordinarily sensitive data with Meta lawmaker. Next, Broadcom $61 billion deal to buy VMware. VMware gets EU nude. Next, Milan Kundera, author of The Unbearable Lightness of Being, dies aged 94. On page number 13, companies section in that FAME 3 in the works may cover alternative fuel vehicles this time. Next, update on the longer term deal pipeline. Next, overwhelming Indian response. Next, draft sent to states for comments. Next, meeting with industry executive. On page number 14, added page section in that tax on gambling, it's outside theology. Next, more bang for the CSR bug. Next, bullfrog in a small pond. Next, mind and fix the trust gap in Manipur. Next, remember the forgotten punchline. Next, right time to ride the cheap omnibus. Next, monsoon, water of a duck back. Next, if you are a platform pay. Next, quasi club of dynast, a very few can apply. Next, overpowering logic of logistic. On page number 15, economic panache section in that 4 pages found in a Coach ruled as Aretha's true will. Next, precious jewels of heritage. Next, good behavior makes Elizabeth Holmes eligible for early release. Next, ONS land has perfect Jabior. Next, India I 3-0 sweep women's cricket. Next, discrimination report up by 65%. Next, Ashwin first Indian to dismiss fathers and son. Next, Asian Game Wrestling trials on July 22 23. On page number 16, in that SCL Tech quarter one net profit up 8% to rupees 3,534 crore misses estimates. Next, 30% 5G availability in India in 9 months. Next, Delaporte has my support and board's backing. Premji. Next, Wipro lines up $1 billion for AI play in 3 years. Next, big offline mobile retailers eyeing ONDC storefronts. Next, Google drops plan for Gen Z AI chatbot. Next, Zomato temporary halt UPI rollout for new users. Next, Fold Health backs $6M from Iron Pillar others. Next, Car Trade says it own classified platform OLX entire India biz. Next, early success of threats up against reality. That much for today. Thanks for watching.